Hi, my name is Chad. We're talking about rifle and pistol shooting, and we're going to talk a little bit about actions on pistols here. We'll start with that. There are what's called actions, or different actions, and that basically refers to how, when you pull the trigger, exactly what happens. And there are two different basic actions, and then a third sort of special. The first is what's called single action. What that means is when you pull the trigger, all it does is release a hammer that has to be already cocked. And the best way to show this is to show on an old revolver. We'll check here first that it's empty. This is empty. I've checked it. With this old revolver, when you pull the trigger, and we are going to pull the trigger, we've made sure it's safe and empty, nothing happens. And the reason is because this revolver, this hammer has not been pulled back. When you pull the hammer back, it cocks and holds it in place, and then you pull the trigger and it fires. But if you pull the trigger without cocking it first, it does nothing at all. The hammer has to be pulled back manually. That's called single action. This is a double action semi-automatic handgun, and it is empty. There is no ammunition in it. With this one, you can pull the trigger, and as you pull the trigger, it cocks it for you and releases it. It cocks it for you and releases it. You can also pull the hammer on this one and then pull the trigger, and it will also fire. So that's why it's called double action, because you can just pull the trigger and it'll fire, or you can pull it first and then pull the trigger. And each time this fires, it'll come back and recock the hammer for you. The benefit to that is that you get a much crisp, easy trigger pull when the hammer's already been pulled back. The third unusual type is called safe action, and it's something a company called Glock has invented. And we are empty here. With the Glock, as you begin to pull the trigger, there's almost no take-up, and the hammer is actually half-cocked. So when you finish pulling the trigger, it releases. And that's called safe action because when you release the trigger, it goes back to its safe half-cocked position. It's not fully cocked, it's not fully uncocked. So this is called safe action, and it's something specific to Glock. There are other variations, but those are the main three kinds of actions on handguns.